evening, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of our Facebook Live. I'm, of course, Francis Tarasiewicz. I'm the weather observer and meteorologist up here on the summit of Mount Washington. Coming to you live for the weekend forecast. Before I start all my weekend forecast spiel, I want to introduce two of our newest interns. Guys, if you want to introduce yourselves one at a time, tell us about where you're from and what you're looking forward to most this summer on the summer of Mount Washington. I'll start.
Great, thanks, Francis. I'm Joshua Elms. I'm a data science student from Indiana University, about to go into a master's in atmospheric science. And I'm super excited to get into research here on the observatory, learn more about the life and times of the observers themselves, and just generally hang out and learn more about the White Mountains region.
Awesome. Thank you.
My name is Jacob Garside. I'm a meteorology student at Plymouth State University, just down the road. I'm loving it up here so far, and I can't wait to just be a better meteorologist, learn about some forecasting, some stuff like that.
Awesome. I saw you guys got into some sledding a little earlier today. How was that?
It was really great. We found a little snow patch and just sent it down.
Awesome. First time sledding in May, I imagine?
Definitely the first time.
Awesome. Well, we'll have these guys come back again at some other point this summer, hopefully, if they're comfortable enough. But yeah, looking forward to the research you guys perform this summer and getting to know you both as we go forward. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Francis.
Yeah, definitely. So another thing I want to talk about before we get into the forecast is our annual fundraiser, Seek the Peak. As many of you know, this is our 24th annual Seek the Peak. This is a hike-a-thon fundraiser where you can help to raise money for the observatory for research that folks like Josh and Jacob are performing, as well as our higher summits forecast, which I'm presenting to you, of course, live right now. And afterwards, the hikers Ski Expo will be July 20th at the base of the Auto Road, sponsored by the Auto Road and Eastern Mountain Sports as well. And again, as I said, this is the 24th year. When you're fundraising for the observatory, you can fundraise as an individual or a team. And this year, we're actually bringing back business teams. So the team that raises the most money actually will be entered, or will actually come up on the summit for an educational trip during the wintertime. And so you'll be hiking, not necessarily just in the White Mountains. You'll find your own peak to seek. And so, again, July 20th is the date of the expo party at the base of the summit. And again, you'll go to seekthepeak.org to join and register. We hope to have your donations to help support our important work up here, researching the weather and climate of the White Mountains. Another event we have coming up I want to briefly touch upon is the Smuggler's Notch Distillery Dine to Donate. It'll be running from 12 to 5 p.m. tomorrow, May 18th. This is at the Smuggler's Notch Distillery, the Barrel House in Waterbury, Stowe, Vermont. And a portion of their profits that particular day will actually go to helping to fund, again, the nonprofit Mount Washington Observatory. So if you can make it out there as well, we greatly appreciate it. Again, lots of opportunities to help support the observatory coming up here as well. Final thing I want to mention about Seek the Peak, if you do register, you get a free tour up here on the summit as you do Summit Mount Washington. And lots of cool stuff coming up. Lots of stuff to wrap my head around. But anyways, turning to the weather, we'll take a look now at the current conditions here. Up here on Mount Washington, we've got visibility less than a 16th of a mile or so. It's a classic Mount Washington summer day, nice and socked in the fog up here. Wind speeds are a little bit busier than they've been throughout the day, 29.5 miles per hour from the east. We've got a nice onshore flow coming in, providing that moisture in those low-level clouds and fog. And in terms of temperatures, we've been cooling throughout the day. We're right around 44 at the summit, but pretty nice day at the base, 66 degrees. They topped out around 68 degrees or so this afternoon. And taking a look now at the observation deck, our time lapse here, we'll maximize that. So we'll start it at sunrise this morning. We had a pretty nice sunrise. We had some low-level clouds sneaking around. We were in and out of the fog. We had some patches of fog, but let's animate it here and see how the day went. You can see the sunrise there. Nice clear start to the day, and then as we made our way through most of the day, we had some pop-up cumulus clouds begin to develop, and those have since formed fog on the summit, so you can see those clouds building, and eventually enshrouding the summit in fog here as we're live right now. We had some intermittent fog as well. Then finally, we transitioned to just a full white blanket of fog up here on the summit. And back out of there. Taking a look at satellite. Really interesting day to be a cloud watcher, both from space and from the summit of Mount Washington. You can see an area of cloud cover pushed in from the east with a nice onshore flow, some moist flow. And we can see these little bubbles here of cloud cover. Started off as some cumulus clouds that eventually have merged into more of a shield of showers and even some thunderstorms from Vermont through areas of northern New Hampshire, even into Maine now. And again, that's a result of just cooler, more moist air flowing inland, where it's a little bit more unstable and rising into these cumulus clouds. Taking a look at the regional radar, we can see plenty of those showers concentrated mainly over portions of inland Maine, as well as northern Vermont and New Hampshire. These showers will continue to wind up for the next few hours before peaking and then winding down as the sun sets and these clouds sort of lose their source of lift without the sunrise or the sun being around. So we'll take a look now at the next 48 hours. This is the forecasted precipitation from the North American mesoscale model. Just one of many models in our toolbox, but we like to use this one for the New England area. So you can see it's picking up on those showers fairly well. A few thunderstorms as well, especially over portions of northeast Vermont and into Maine. And so we'll see those showers develop. They'll sort of blossom and peak in the next couple of hours. Could even see a few rumbles of thunder as well as these two develop. And then they tend to wind down overnight. And we'll see actually a clearing trend for most of the area. You'll notice more of these showers coming inland. That onshore flow is going to persist. We've got an area of low pressure well to the southeast. But at the same time, we have a nice upper level trough, an area of disturbed weather in the upper levels of the atmosphere that's coming in from the west, and that's going to start drawing in even more moisture overnight and into the day Saturday. So unfortunately, Saturday is looking like a bit of a rainy day, not only for the White Mountains, but really for the entire region here. We've got areas of light to even moderate rain showers. This is now Saturday morning, and we'll keep that theme of showers going throughout the day. Again, that easterly flow is going to keep us sucked in the clouds, not only in the White Mountains, but really the whole region, as I said a little bit earlier. Those showers will tend to wind down. We'll have an area of high pressure that will start to build in from the west going into the day on Sunday. And eventually, the showers will come to an end early Sunday morning, and we'll see actually clearing skies going forward. So the radar will scan clear most likely through Sunday afternoon, maybe a few spot upslope showers, but not a whole lot to talk about in terms of precipitation for the day Sunday. And we'll take a look now at winds. So again, winds are increasing from the southeast and east. Right now, at the moment, we'll see that onshore flow continue to increase overnight. That moisture streaming in. And we'll see more of the same for the day on Saturday. More of an east or southeasterly wind. Might see a brief lull in winds as the main trough axis sort of passes overhead. We'll see a little bit less of a pressure gradient, so winds will tend to weaken just somewhat throughout the day Saturday. And then as the feature starts to pull away, we'll see winds. I put on the wrong tab there. There we go, back to the winds. We'll see winds ramp back up on Sunday. That's as high pressure approaches. We get more of a northeasterly wind. So it will be cooler Sunday, but we'll also have a bit more of a wind chill to contend with. Temperatures will only be in the lower 40s despite abundant sunshine. So again, a good reminder this time of year that while it might be nice and warm in the valleys up here in the summits, it's actually still quite cold. Temperatures in the lower 40s and wind chills even colder than that, between 25 and 35 above zero. So definitely still a chance of hypothermia and exposure risks if you're not prepared visiting us up here in the White Mountains. So just wanted to point that out as well. We'll wind the day out on Sunday. We'll see those northeasterly winds and northerly winds continue throughout much of the day. Finally, we'll take a look at temperatures. Temperatures are going to start a little bit above average, but then as that rainfall and cold easterly flow makes its way in, we'll see temperatures go back closer to average for late May. And so we'll time it out here. Saturday morning, we'll see temperatures continue to fall. These darker purples here, right around the lower 30s, or lower 40s, I should say, perhaps some upper 30s as well, so the more isolated peaks. And we'll see that cooling trend continue for the day Saturday. Kind of a raw day up here in the summits and just really throughout the region. Going into the day, going into Saturday night, I should say, we'll see that cold weather continue, or cooler weather, I should say. And then Sunday, we'll continue that same theme. Again, cool northeasterly flow throughout the day on Sunday. So we'll break it down here with the Higher Summits forecast, which of course can be found at mountwashington.org/higher summits forecast. So for tonight, we'll be in and out of the clouds and mostly cloudy skies. We'll see the chance of rain showers. We'll see low temperatures dip down into the upper 30s. Winds will be from the southeast, shifting to the east. Again, that onshore flow is going to intensify somewhat. We'll see it at 25 to 40 miles per hour, increasing to 35 to 50 miles per hour. So our interns here will get a nice, exciting tropical storm force wind gusts. We're both looking forward to it. They'll probably be up on the tower tonight. But anyways, wind chills, a little bit more important here. We're dropping down to 20 to 30 above or so. For Saturday, we'll be in the clouds with a chance of rain showers early. Rain showers will become a little bit more likely during the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures rising in the lower 40s. Winds will be from the east, shifting southeast at 35 to 50 miles per hour, decreasing again to 15 to 30 as that trough axis sort of makes its way overhead. And wind chill values will be between 20 and 30 above as a result. For Saturday night, we'll be in the clouds with rain showers, mainly early, tapering a little bit after midnight or so, becoming more widely scattered, I should say. Temperatures will fall back into the mid-30s, Winds will be from the southeast, shifting north 15 to 30 miles per hour, decreasing to 5 to 20 miles per hour, and possibly light and variable at times for a few hours at least. And wind chill values will remain cold between 20 and 30 above. And finally, for the day on Sunday, we'll be in the clouds, so it'll be sort of a changeable day. In the clouds with rain showers early. We'll trend towards clearing under mostly cloudy skies a little bit later. High temperatures will rise back up into the lower 40s, but again, won't make a whole lot of improvement throughout the day. And those winds will be pretty busy from the northeast to 15 to 30 miles per hour, increasing to 20 to 35 miles per hour. We'll see gusts up to 40 miles per hour perhaps by the afternoon. And wind chill values will remain, I should say, relatively steady between 25 and 35 above. And that's all I have for the weekend forecast. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great, safe weekend. Again, monitor the higher summits forecast as conditions can and will change up here in the higher summits. Thanks again.